I want to talk to you about the people, the Persian people. 92 million Persian people, the vast majority of whom want to live in freedom. I want to talk to you about humanity. I want to talk to you about Judeo-Christian values and beliefs. Some of you may have gone to church today or temple, or you just have these moral and ethical beliefs. Maybe you've been taught them, maybe they're intuitive. You know right from wrong and good from evil. So I want to talk to you about the tens of millions of people in Iran who for 47 years have been treated like animals, who've been imprisoned, tortured, raped, murdered by the tens of thousands, who've been told what kind of music they can and cannot listen to. I want to talk about young women, the daughters, the sisters, the mothers in Iran, who are forced to cover their heads and have no rights, let alone equal rights, and are subjected to the worst kind of abuses. I want to talk to you about the young people generally in Iran, who want to enjoy their youth, experience new things, happy things, who want to learn new things, who are the primary target of Iran's secret police, who are being rounded up, who are being summarily executed, mostly in secret. I want to talk to you about those in our country who fancy themselves liberals, human rights activists, civil libertarians, who don't give a damn about any of this, who don't speak out, who will not speak out, because the Democrat Party or the political entity they belong to, the Marxists and the Islamists, they hate America and Israel so much, they'd rather tens of thousands more Iranians die horrible deaths than see our country defeat this homicidal regime. They're not in the streets. They're not marching. Where are all the religious leaders? There's some. Where are they? I don't hear them. Do you hear them? I want to talk about the silence of the so-called women's groups who are so tied into the fanatical and radical left that they haven't said a word about the mass abuse and rapes of the women and girls by the Iranian regime. Nothing. No marches, no press conferences. They're not on TV. Where are they? Nowhere. I want to talk about the so-called religious left in our country, that despite wholesale slaughter of innocent civilians, they're carrying the water for the so-called anti-war movement. I want to talk about those who say the Iranian regime's nuclear threat was not imminent, that this is a war of choice, that this is an illegal war, and so forth. They care not at all, not one whit, that they are not only giving aid and comfort to this horrific enemy, but they are encouraging this enemy to slaughter, to execute, to rape, to torture, and to do what homicidal regimes do. Because they know, the enemy, that these people are in the bag. There is nothing, I repeat, nothing honorable or righteous about any of these groups, any of these individuals, and about Americans who are either silent or worse, pretending this genocide is not taking place or knowing it's taking place and turning the other cheek. Shame on those who think this way. Shame on those who are not speaking out. Shame on those who are not acting, particularly those who are in a position to do so. I want to talk about the isolationists, the neo-fascists, who accuse our president and our country and our military of imperialism and colonialism in this war, who accuse Israel and the prime minister there, Netanyahu, of dragging us into a war, who accuse Jews of controlling the president, Jews controlling our foreign policy, and all the rest of the Jew hatred they spew. While the Persian people are being slaughtered and abused, you all disgust me the most. I want to talk about the fact that despite all the news coverage, all the attention to the deals, that the Persian people are told, to the extent anything is said about them, that the conditions for overthrowing the Iranian regime, a fully armed military security force that numbers 150,000 or more and is further supported by Islamist terrorist militias from Iraq and elsewhere, that now was the time to rise up. To rise up with what? Did they not already rise up in January only to be slaughtered by the tens of thousands and systematically imprisoned? And as I speak, executions occurring left and right? The knocks on the doors, like the SS in Berlin, dragging people out of their homes and out of their businesses? They can rise up. If we want to encourage them to rise up, and I don't think we have to encourage them very much, they've already demonstrated these are courageous people who want liberty. These are Western-type people. If we help arm them, they can rise up. They can rise up if we help arm them. We've done